Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome, Monday Night Smoke. Hey,
what's going
on? Listen, guys. Bit different this week. KG is away filming, so we brought one of the great defeaters in, Jeremy the Surgeon. What's going on, bro?
Trav, tell them the truth. KG has been called to Dubai by the head of MTK for not supporting Billy Joe Saunders over the last week.
MTKG got recruited back to Dubai to explain himself. He's not been carrying out the PR thing properly. Everybody else has been doing the thing properly. They've been shutting down interviews. They've been doing their PR speech. Bro, it's mad. You know what? Let me shout out to everyone in the seats right now. Man like Free Spiririni, Jay Lanks, Jack Scam, Mulla, Toby Akinola, Bruce Kai, you men are done for. October Red, Vibes FC. Who we got? I don't want to repeat no one. Enoch, man like James, Ty Breezy, Fight Fan TV Live, Joseph Oki. All right, that's everybody, man. We're here now.
I'm seeing bare comments about KG looking different today.
KG's looking mad different today. KG's changed. KG's changed. He's pulled out the fight. We said, bro, Monday Night Smoke. He said, no, I'm not gonna be able to back this thing because it's getting mad. But you know what? Let's recap the weekend's boxing that we've seen this for. Like, you know, Boatsy was out this weekend. Obviously, we've got stuff to talk about. From last week, bare things is going on. Yeah. The MTK, I don't know if there's like a broadcast message has gone out.
But man have been... I'm seeing videos from left, right, center, all over the shop.
It's mad. The game is nuts. But let's look at the weekend's boxing first of all. Joshua Boatsy. We saw Boatsy come out and he got busy. Where are we at with the Boatsy? You know what I liked about seeing Boatsy fight this weekend, right? Yeah. And it's a tricky one because it's like he went out there. Obviously, he's done a madness. Yeah. Boatsy was devastating with that guy. That Dos Santos for me. Do you think Dos Santos belonged in the ring with Boatsy, by the way?
Bro, I thought the story was there. Yeah. 15 wins, no losses.
Yeah.
He was in the army. Not only was he in the French army, he was in the elite French army. What else? He went jail. So everything was there. This is his moment. From round one, I was like, bro, this guy, he ain't it, bro. The punches were looking lackluster. He was running scared. Bro, what do you think?
Listen, let's look at the highlights. Sizing man up. Sizing man up. Dip.
Jeez.
This is disgusting, bro.
He got folded.
I mean, it was inch perfect. I mean, just on the absolute money.
He even got him on the way down.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? Credit to Boatsy for even like just feeling apologetic at the end of it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And like it kind of broke my heart a little bit just seeing man like cry in the ring at the end of it.
Listen, Boatsy's just too humble. Imagine Conor Ben knocks man out like that. How does he respond?
Oh, bro, if Conor Ben in a post fight after knocking man out and having man cry, it's like, what are you talking about? Look what I'm doing to these guys because I'm crushing it in the gym. Look at him. He's crying his little eyes out. He needs his mum, bro. That would be.
he would have been all over it. He would have been all over it.
Nah, that was. You know what though? Boatsy is getting my respect though. Like, look how he behaved after the fight in the changing room.
Trust me, bro. I wish you all the best, man. You're a champion, brother. Keep your head up, man. Don't keep your head low, brother. Keep your head up. Trust me, you've got an amazing story. You come back again. Yeah? My bro. Trust me, keep your head up, man. My guy, coach, please look after him, man. Please look. Oh, I don't understand English. Okay. Look after him, please. Care for him.
Yes, I stay with him every time for longer.
Alright, bro. Nice one, bro. I wish you all the best. Amen, yeah? Wish you all the best. Alright, man. I wish you all the best, bro. You come back stronger again. Trust me. I wish you all the best, bro. Yeah? Top man, bro. Keep your head up, man. Coach, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Honestly, I have to put my hands up and say,
utmost respect in it.
Absolute class. Absolute class. I mean, obviously, you know, I got my bias. You know what I'm saying? I'm a yard guy.
Oh, that guy.
I mean?
That guy. Okay, yeah, that guy.
But looking at Boatsy, don't do that. Don't do that. I heard that tone, that energy there is very flagrant for me. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm team yard, yeah. But when
Yes.
I'm watching Boatsy behave like that, I've got to say, no, absolute respect. Absolute respect.
I'm team Boatsy all the way. I've been team Boatsy from the beginning. So, you know, we knew he was capable of that. And he's a killer in the ring. Gentleman outside the ring.
Bruv, I hear you. But don't be talking about yard like he's crazy. That's my trigger point. Do you know what I'm saying? You're not KG. I'll get you out of here, bro.
Yard is like number 4. Yard is like number 4 in the list. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
But there's been more things at play. First of all, we've seen English Canelo Orez. English Canelo might be one of my new favorite fighters.
Bro, Scarface, come like Scarface.
Tony Montana. Listen, my friend. Listen,
get the
bro.
fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here. Listen,
Get the
bro.
fuck out of here.
Look at the energy of English Canelo.
Hey, my friend, with all my respect, I told you, easy money. It is what it is.
Unbelievable night.
Historic.
My friend, I told you. Easy money.
Let me tell you.
See what you do, Andrade. Get the fuck out of here. This is my night.
Who I'm fighting? Get the fuck out of here, bro. That brother there, that's one of my new favorite fighters. I know what I've said. I know I've been on the whole thing of Clen Butero. I don't know about Canelo anymore. This new Canelo,
the whole cleansing. You dropped it.
What's the point of talking about the past? What's the point of talking about?
It's one of them ones. We got easy memory, revision of history.
Bro, if he's talking crud in English and then he's knocking man out like that, and
I respect it.
Come on.
And allegedly breaking man's face too.
Look, I'm gonna pay attention. If any more Clen Butero thing shows up in his system, then I gotta say, cool. All right, let's talk about this. But as of now, today, the guy is the best guy of the era.
No, he's pound for pound. He has to go up to heavyweight to lose.
100%. Hold on a minute. Whoa. Panit.
Whoa. Sheesh.
Oh my days. Let me. All right, boys. Nearly 100 pods. So well overdue a contribution. Whoa. In celebration of your upcoming milestone, all the laughs and the channel's growth. Panit, thank you so much, bro. For real.
Respect.
Nah, that's love, man.
Respect.
Oh my days. Nah, for real. I know a lot of people saying, wow, Travis, because of the Canelo takes. But listen, I can only say how I'm feeling. I watched the whole thing the last few weeks, and I'm a fan. I'm fully a fan.
It's difficult. It's difficult to argue against him now. He's doing everything selling out arenas. Now he's talking in English, knocking man out. He's doing it all.
It's different. It's very different. And the fact is, he's fighting very active as well. So as much as us, the Clen Butero thing, there's got to be some benefits to fighting every 3 months.
This is it. Yeah, because you're keeping yourself at the higher level, isn't it?
That's right. All right. And look, man is saying I'm flip-flopping like KG. Nah, get out of here, bro. No, I'm not, man. All I'm saying is this. I'm just enjoying what I'm seeing. I got to move. Yeah, look, Ash, thank you. Exactly. We have to move on. We have to move on. I've moved on. I'm present day. But there's been some things playing out in the boxing game which I find really crazy. You've seen all the talk about Ben Davison and Mark Tibbs.
Yep.
What do you take on this, first of all?
I see there's like a massive PR kind of stunt going on right now. Also, I'm seeing Ben Davison is saying one thing. Mark Tibbs is coming out to say a different thing. And I'm asking also, where's Billy Joe Saunders?
Bruv, no statements. I mean, he uploaded a statement on Facebook, bruv.
Yep.
Like, if ever you wanted a statement to not be seen by that many people, Facebook is the place to go, innit?
Yep.
Because I'm looking at this thing now and I'm like, yo, like, if they weren't talking so much, I wouldn't pay this much attention to it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like
we would have moved on to the next news cycle. But they're coming back, releasing videos and trying to clean it up. And
I'm seeing interviews get taken down. Luckily, obviously, we got the footage here. So let's actually dissect this thing for ourselves, innit? Okay. Let's go. Let's get busy.
I didn't get the response I needed in the corner, and I knew it was caved in, and I'm not surprised I got the response I got. So I love Billy Joe like a brother, and I know his mum, I know his dad, I've known him for a long while. So, we live to fight another day.
So I didn't get the response that I needed. I love Billy Joe like a brother. These sounds like statements of concern.
Yes. He did not get a response that he needed.
That means you to say you didn't get a response. You know what that means? It means you asked a question. It means you were looking for a response.
Yep. And
Okay.
he looked away when it was time to respond. Billy Joe looked away.
Listen. Now let's move forward. So then we have Ben Davison in the interview.
A very misconstrued opinion of actually what happened in the corner. Obviously, Billy Joe come back to the corner, sat down, and I got up and whispered in his ear to say, look, you've shown that you belong at this level. You'll get another shot because the fight is close. The fight was close. And Billy Joe was going into the fight, got caught with a shot. I said, but we're going to have to pull it. That's why he shook his head to say, no, like, I'm going back out. I think he even said, you have to check with him, but I think he even said something orthodox or something like that to say, I can go orthodox or something along those lines. But he was shaking his head because I was saying to him, look, you've shown you belong at this level. You'll get another shot because the fight is close. It's an injury, but it's got to be pulled. And that's why he shook his head.
All these things that are saying that Billy Joe quit and he didn't want anything more, that wasn't what happened in that corner.
Let me clear something up about Billy Joe, yeah? I'm not going to name any names, but I've seen him make tons of fighters, world champions, people that people say got heart. He's made them quit in the gym over and over and over. That's hand on my heart, God's honest truth. I ain't got no reason to say that that's the case, but that is the truth. Like, I've seen a lot of fighters, good quality fighters, quit before he's quit. He's made them quit in the gym. So yeah, the only reason he shook his head was to say don't pull it, but we had to do what we had to do.
So the only reason he shook his head is because he said we're gonna pull it.
He said no.
Don't pull it.
What sort of shape was it? Was it?
It was a very definite. Like, that sounds like this. That sounds like if someone says to you, "Yo, you want to put some bleach on your rice?" You'd be like, "Big man, no, don't." Why would I want that? Well, that's nothing subtle about.
Emphatically, you would say no. You stand up. You get ready. You say, "I'm ready for the fight."
That's what I'm saying. So then we move forward, and we've got to say to yourself, Mark Tibbs is sitting at home and he's thinking to yourself, "Oh, I've had enough of this."
They're capping on it, isn't it?
Turn on the what's it? Turn on the computer. Let's have a chat. He gets in front of the webcam.
Hello, people. I just want to clarify one or two things. Ben Davidson was not in our training camp. We saw him. He come about in, I believe, the last week of while we was winding down. But I saw him on the morning of the fight in the hotel room. Onto the fight. During the rounds, Billy Joe got injured. I briefed my corner team that Billy's eyes are injured, and I've got a towel for one of them in case I needed it. As Billy Joe walked towards me, as he walked towards me at the end of the round, I looked directly in his eyes. We had a little bit of dialogue, only a little bit of dialogue, but it was between us. He sits down. As he sits down in the corner, Ben Davidson got control and blew down his ear up. I let him have his 20 seconds because I knew what I was about to do on the state of that eye. So as he sat down, I had some more dialogue with Billy Joe, and that's private. And then I turned around and I waved the fight off as Billy Joe's trainer and head coach. It's as simple as that. I can't get any clearer than that. Now, Billy Joe needed looking after, and it was my job to do that. And listen, great fighters have done what Billy Joe Saunders has done and been in that position he's been in, and they come again. Now listen, I don't know what all the fuss is about, so I thought I'd get that off my chest because I keep getting phone calls, emails, and whatnot. And that's as plain and simple as it is, and it can be. And that's what happened.
Now let's hear that line once more. Great fighters have done what Billy Joe Saunders has done.
I'm not sure about that one.
What could he be talking about? That, you see, when he starts to insinuate the brief chats We had a little chat that was private. Okay, cool. So there's a lot of men having a conversation with one man in the space of a few seconds, right?
There's a few stories coming out here, Trav.
It's looking mad in the light.
They're not marrying up. They're not marrying up at the moment.
Not married. It's a divorced moment with these statements. No one's on the same page. Man said many great fighters have done what Billy Joe Saunders has done. In other words, he swallowed it.
He's quick. Let's call a spade a spade. And shout out to Mark Tibbs on the FaceTime, looking like my mum, trying to record himself.
you know the stare, like now this is where it gets crazy. This is where it gets crazy because Ben has come to do another interview once again.
Wow.
What does Ben have to say this time round?
Then when Billy Joe broke his eye socket, it was quite clear what the injury was. Come up to the corner, and the words that come out of Mouth's Mark were, "I'm going to give you one more round." Now, with a broken eye socket against the pound-for-pound number one, as Billy Joe's friend, and also as a fellow coach, that wasn't going to happen. Like I said, I don't want to dwell on it. It's unfortunate that this conversation has carried on. I've put a tweet out to say, let the fighter clarify. I deleted it because it's unprofessional, and like I say, my focus needs to be on fight week coming up. But I'm sure the fighter will clarify whatever. But like I say, there's nothing to be gained by anybody out of the situation. It was a loss at the end of the day. So all I'm saying, and the reason I've given what I've just said there, is because it's important that people understand that Billy Joe did not quit. He pulled out the fight. And the shaking the head was because I'd whispered in his ear to say the fight's being pulled. And I've just given you my reason why I whispered in his ear to say that to him.
So let's just be clear. Mark Tibbs said, I'm going to give you one more round. So Mark's story is marrying up. Mark is saying, I'm going to give you one more round.
Yeah.
I didn't get the response I was looking for, so I pulled it. Because if I say to you, you're going out one more time, and you look at me on some...
I'm like, yeah, all right, cool. All right, let's go.
Exactly. That energy, I'm looking for that. If that's not there, that's the energy I'm not looking for. I'm going to pull it. It's all looking mad. I'm not trying to save his boy. Go on.
I heard a lot of looking up at the sky from what's his name? This guy that was just talking.
Ben Davison.
Yeah. A lot of thinking about the story as he's going along. It's not marrying up. All I'm hearing is quick, which is fine. But you know the stories before the fight. Daniel Dubois. We know the narrative. We know the context.
Yep. And this is the thing, because when people are calling out the double standard, you know, we're expecting somebody to come on this pod today, right now, and call into the show. Bruce Kai last week made a big statement about Spencer and Tunde on their podcast. There was a back and forth on Twitter. As a result of the back and forth, an invitation was made.
Extended.
For Spencer to come to this podcast.
Right.
He has agreed. So we can keep a countdown. I don't know if you guys want to hit Twitter and tweet Spencer and just let him know this is happening right now. Where are you, bro? Because he got an answer. Someone needs to make sense
for
of
what he's been
this.
saying. There's a lot of contradictions going on.
Trust me, I'm gonna open the lines right now. Let's go. Lines are open right now, guys. I'm hearing a lot of activities happening on Twitter. What's happening on Twitter, please? Somebody fill us in. Because Mark Tibbs seems like he's not in the games, bro.
He's had to come online. He's had to do record himself and clarify. Ben Davison's talking way too much, making up stories, and it's not marrying up in a minute.
The best thing these guys could have done, is just be quiet. I don't think people understand the power of silence. Let man speculate. By next week, what you would have thought? New convo.
Everyone moves on. But instead, all they're doing is fanning flames, keeping the conversation alive.
Yeah. I'm seeing people on Twitter people are saying that Mark Tibbs has been tweeting for Coogan to come down and do an interview. Mark Tibbs said, "Coogan, come down and ask me anything you want." Oh my days!
Wow.
This plot is getting thicker for no reason.
Wow.
Hold on. Right, KG's here. Oh snap! Oh!
Yo!
Can you hear me?
Yo!
Yeah.
Wait.
Where you in Dubai?
Yo, listen.
We said Dubai.
Bro, what?
MCKG live from the dunes.
Hey, wait. I'm sorry. Nah. I'm here for real talk. Listen, big up Jeremy, yeah, but where's Spencer, fam? I'm here for this, Bruce.
Listen,
Spencer. I want to see what happens. What, Travi? You reached out to him?
I reached out, bro.
Travi, you reached out to him?
I've reached out, bro.
What's he saying? Is he saying he's not on it?
Bro, I'm just waiting for the response, fam. The link is
great
there.
defeaters. Spam Spencer right now. Say, we need you, bro. Where are you?
Get into his mentions. Get into Spencer's mentions right now on Twitter.
Talk. He was talking the big talk, and I got my popcorn ready. I'm here. But wait, real talk though, Trev.
Hold on, bro. Is that caravans behind you?
Trav, let me get to this though. This is
that caravans?
The Canelo thing that you're doing. Yeah. Obviously, I'm with the traveling community, fam. Look, wait, hold on. There we are. I'm talking to Team Fury. You see it?
Is the fight official, bro? Has the fight been made?
We're ready, fam. We're the A side. Listen, the fight has been made. You see us. You see it. But we'll talk. Right. This is important. The way Boatsie's moving, Yard could never. Let's just have it right. Let's have it now. Yard can't move like that. The way Boatsie is moving, you see the difference, bruv, of when you come down and fight the man that's not on your level, you knock them out. Get them the hell out of here, fam. Look what your man did, bruv. Your man couldn't do this, bro.
He got man from the French Boxing Conference Boxing League,
bro.
Don't do that.
Your man.
Nobody knows.
Your man listen, Trav.
Nobody knows Dos Santos. Don't do that. Listen. Anyway, Spencer's here.
Travis.
Spencer's
no
here.
one knows the fight is that Yard fight.
I need you to get off the line. Get off the line. Bye. You're out of here.
I'm good. All right, Bruce, match this work.
Get that guy out of here, bro. All right, let's do this properly. Let me introduce right now, very well-respected member of the boxing community.
Very, very well-respected.
Goes by the knowledge for good reason, because he knows his stuff. Man like Spencer Fearon. Spencer, what's going on, bro?
How you doing, Travis? What you saying, bro?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed.
All right, so we want to continue the conversation. Go on.
Who's the other brother on the thing? What's your name?
Jeremy the Surgeon. I go by Jeremy the Surgeon. I'm standing in for KG today because he's out in Dubai. He's got some things that he needs to handle.
He's out in Dubai, yeah?
He's out in Dubai. He's talking over the Tyson Fury fight, fam. He's negotiating.
Okay, bless. bless.
All right, so we're going to get straight to the stuff, yeah? This week on Twitter, one of our callers made a big statement about yourself, yeah? Basically saying that your energy, you weren't keeping the same energy for Billy Joe Saunders that you had for Dubois. And now that this is all kind of, he's also accused like other MTK members for kind of feeling quite biased towards Billy Joe when the treatment to Danny Dubois was very different. What say you on that?
Yeah, they're right. Oh. Yeah, they're right.
They're right. Okay, elaborate. Why is that? Why is it like that? Why has the treatment been different for Billy Joe Saunders?
Because you got destroyed. I'll stop for a second. You heard what Coogan said, that he's known Billy Joe for 20 years and he don't business. That was his kind of rhetoric that he came out with, and like he's known the guy. And I think you guys done a little piece on it, like, which I saw on your Insta, because I'm you guys' biggest supporters. You know that already. So it's like, and he turned up and he said like, Coogan said like, I'm not gonna gun Billy Joe because I've known him for 20 years and rare tear, big up G Chain, and so that's his perspective. Now my thing totally different. Like my man was, the guy was on there saying like, I don't know who the guy you had on there. That's just, you know what I mean? I love Bruce because like, you know the hate that I get from certain sectors of society, and you know the reason why. So we're not even gonna get into that. We're not even gonna. You know what I mean? I ain't got time for that. You know what I mean?
Cool.
But
I mean, he's here if you want to talk to him.
Who? Where is he?
Bruce Guy. Yeah, I'll get him in now. Bruce, you're live right now with Spencer.
What's up, chaps? What's up?
What's going on, Bruce?
What's going on, Spencer?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. So yeah, I think we need to clarify whether Billy Joe Saunders quit or he didn't quit, because I think 99% of the planet, boxing professionals, commentary people, whoever, think he did. And I think your agenda is because you're affiliated with MTK Global that you can't say he quit. But when everyone basically knows he did. So I just want to know why your stance is that he didn't when it's obvious. Because let me just read you something you said from 2020, November, about Daniel Dubois. I just think we've seen the end of Dubois. I don't think he'll come back from it. His heart isn't in boxing. If he really loved it, he would have waited to hear 9, 10 and then get up. Try getting up at 8 and go out on your shield, but you didn't. You quit. Simple as that. It got too hard for you, and that's what happens. I don't think he'll come again. We've seen the end of Daniel Dubois. Where was 10% of that energy to Billy Joe?
And I'm going to explain to you now. I don't need 10% of that energy for Billy Joe, because you have to know the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying. Now, you're not in boxing, my friend.
And you know that how?
No, I know you're not in boxing because I don't know you.
And you know
have you got a license? Have you trained guys?
You don't think I've been...
You know what I'm saying? Have you managed guys? Have you trained guys? What have you done?
I've fought.
You fought?
Yeah.
Where?
I fought Muay Thai. I fought Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Is this boxing?
I fought. No, but to heart. No, but you're questioning the heart of a person.
I'm talking. I've asked you, have you fought? I'm talking. It's different. It's different. You fought Muay Thai. You fought Jiu-Jitsu. Wicked. Props to you. I'm not disrespecting you. I'm not in no slagging match or going back and forth. You were saying where the energy was, and also you was kind of trying to say like I was trying to coon in it. Me of all people, you know, that like, well, you know, that was the kind of thing that you was kind of saying. So I'm saying, right, okay, interested. Me of all people, come on, man. If you don't know, then you better know what I stand on, and reason why I'm not at certain places because of what I stand on. Rago, I don't care. I'm that guy. I don't care.
Okay,
you know?
But what does that mean? I don't know what that means.
I'm not finished. You've read it a statement. I'm replying to what you said. Where was that energy for Daniel Dubois? I'm going to explain to you again the reason of my energy behind what I was saying about Daniel Dubois. There's certain things that I will disclose. There's other things that Travis knows because we spoke in person. I'm not going to get into it. Now, Daniel Dubois, at the press conference prior, when he was fighting on a build-up for him and Joe Joyce, he said to Joe Joyce's visually impaired mother that it's a good thing that you are blind so you will not witness the beating that I'm going to give to your son. That is a complete no-no, because I was getting black journalists within the community that were saying, "Ross, Spencer, man can't say that."
Okay. So let me just say this.
I'm not finished, brother. Okay. I'm not finished. Let me go on my road. After you can say what you're saying, you'll say one word.
Jesus.
Right? So when a man's saying that, now I believe that you're a person of color, right? I believe so. I could be wrong. Are you?
Yes.
Right. So listen to your tones. Okay, cool. So therefore, I'm keeping it to this. I'm 100 when I'm talking. I'm a black man. I don't play this mum thing, you know. I don't play it. Leave the mum talk, leave that out. So in my mind now, I'm saying, raw, did somebody put Daniel Dubois up to it? Was it them fish and chips man that he's got around him that put him up to say, oh yeah, here's a good one. I've written this one out for you. You know what I mean? Dan, go and say it's a good thing that, no, brother, you don't touch on those things. And you as a person of color, you know you don't touch on those things. To another person of color, even though he's dual heritage, but his mother's a person of color, you allow those things. You don't entertain those things. So that's why my back was up with Daniel Dubois. And there's other reasons why my back was up with Daniel Dubois. Because I know who he was training with prior. I know the guys who train with him while he's in his house. They're not the guys who you're seeing on the TV. So don't try to bring no coonerism to me because I don't play that coonerism thing. You know what I mean? If someone treats me with respect.
What do you mean by that when you say those the guys that you trained with and they're not the guys we see?
Well, the guys who he trains with, he's got guys that he works with in his house. They're not the guys who are put up front. You feel me? Because he's feeling like, rah, I've got to sell this certain perspective to a supposed multicultural Britain, but it's still a white Britain.
Can I just say something now we're on the subject of the mum thing? Because Spencer, I totally agree with you. Totally agree with you. Let me just read you this. You will never win a world title. You're British level tops. You step up and get banged every time you bum. Go and play with your dad's stupid knob. That was Billy Joe Saunders to Chris Eubank Jr. Here's the second one. The only drugs I use is Viagra when I dismantle your mum's pussy.
Yep.
So where's the energy? Because if mums are out of the equation, if dads are out of the equation, where's the energy?
Listen to me. I'm keeping it 100.
I didn't even know about that.
This is the first time I'm hearing this, you know.
Jeez.
Right? This is the first time that I'm hearing this.
It was splattered all over Twitter. It was all over Billy Joe's.
Hold up. You're saying it was bad. I don't think you understand. I'm very on certain things. I'm very like kind of narcissistic on certain things because you see all them little boop. I'm not really interested in it, you know. But I never knew you said that because if you'd have said that, you'd have heard the same thing out of my mouth.
Oh my God.
Or even worse.
Mate, I can only present the evidence as it is. And the reason why I was questioning what you were saying is because I was presenting evidence for both parties. And to me, you can now see why it looks like favoritism.
Okay. And
you can now see that, right?
Oh, yeah, I can see it. And I'm saying to you again, that it's not favoritism on my side. But I do know Billy Joe. I know him. And me and him is cool. But that's not the reason. When you're sitting there saying, it's because it's an MTK global thing, or because the thing that was like, did he quit? Right?
Of course he did. We all know he did.
Listen to me. It's semantics as well, though. And you know it is. Because in my mind, and you know you fool, right? If someone's getting punch up and like you in your Muay Thai or kickboxing and you're kicking up a guy, and then in the middle of the fight itself, in the fight of the action, the person takes a knee. And I'm saying, David Dubois took a knee and worked for Black Lives Matter. He weren't trying to he wasn't trying to help out Bruce, right? He took the knee in the fight. Now, I'm saying to my mindset and all the rest of it, we're going to say, right, that's a no-no. Especially for all the wiki talk that you was giving prior to the fight and you was the favorite guy into the fight. Now,
here's the difference. But Spencer, here's the difference. What I don't understand is, as someone who's fought, and if I have done this before, I would have said this myself. I don't think there's any distinction in the mentality of I've been jabbed for 6 or 7 rounds by another heavyweight in my eye, and I can't take it. Or I've made it to the end of the round. My trainer has said to me, "Do you want to continue?" And I give the light shake of the head. To me, quit is quit. There's no distinction. And I think you're playing semantics because you want to protect the fact that you know Billy Joe. That's all I'm saying. Be honest. Be objective, man. And I don't think you can be.
I am being very, very honest. Guys were saying that
let me get your feelings now that you know what Billy Joe said about Eubank's mom.
No, that's a Libby.
Because that should now level up the playing field.
It totally balances it, and that's a Libby. You know what I mean? But you're not a traveler and a bra topsy. That's disgusting. I'm being wrong. I'm keeping it 100. That's disgusting. Yeah. I don't care about the roof that they're having a blah. You see, like on the mom, nah, bro. I don't play that at all. So then,
does your perspective change on the quitting then? Because but you mentioned it as your motivation for Dubois and the feelings you have for Dubois. Yeah. So I'm saying now
because, and I'm going to tell you again, because at the time of when Dubois said, because I'm saying, you know what? I know you didn't even write that line. You know what I mean? I just know, because I know you. I know you from a you. I say, I know you didn't write it. I know your dad. I'm saying, I know you didn't write that line. You know what I mean? Are you cooning for these men? You feel me?
Spence, can I ask a question?
Go on.
So in that same interview that Bruce is referring to, you quoted John Mugabe fighting Dwayne Thomas and how he got thumbed in his eye, and then he turned around and you got stopped, and basically you quit. And you mentioned Mike Tyson basically saying,
you had that other eye to look out of.
And you said, you've got another eye to look out of.
Yeah.
So by that same definition, shouldn't Billy Joe Saunders have carried on? Because that's what you quoted.
Okay. And listen to me. 1,000,000% he should have carried on.
Okay.
Listen to me. But his corner waved it off.
No,
Spencer, we've already heard that his corner waved it off because they didn't.
I got the interview right. I got the interview right here.
No, listen, let me say it. The corner waved it off because they didn't get the reaction from Billy Joe that they wanted. Mark Tim said it himself.
Brother, talking. What's your name? What's your name, brother?
Bruce. Spence, we can play. I can take it for you now. 1 second.
I didn't get the response I needed in the corner, and I knew it was caved in, and I'm not surprised I got the response I got. So I love Billy Joe like a brother, and
I'm not surprised I got the response I've got. As he said in another interview, other great fighters have done what Billy Joe Saunders has done.
Well, listen, I'm not defending Mark. Listen to me. I'm not defending Mark. What I'm trying to say is like one of them man's lying though, you know.
100%.
Either Ben Davison, you know what I mean, little hurry come up, Calvin piss straight, right? Either he's lying or Mark's lying. But Mark's come out and then he's addressed the thing again. I'm saying I'm not here to be arguing with them man thing. Them. Let them man do them. Let them fight one another. That's their business. That's nothing to do with me, you know. I'm saying at the time of when I watched the fight, I'm staying by what I said, that I don't believe that he quit. Because we were watching the thing as well. And at the time when I was watching it, I didn't have a MTK Global t-shirt on either, my friend. Right? But at the time when the fight took place, I was saying, nah. Did he? No, I'm saying, did he quit? I'm saying, nah, he never quit. And I'm saying, who stopped the fight? Mark stopped the fight. You see all the jargon, what was going on in the corner? I never seen none of that, you know? So I'm saying, right, he never quit. To my mind, I'm saying, like, right, I don't want it no more. I quit. Now, when I look back at it now, I'm saying, why? It could have taken, that's a kind of quick move there. But I have to stand by what I said because I'm not going to change what I said. Because
You can change. One second. I say this. You can change because when you are presented with new information, you have to react to that information, process it, and go forward. So now you know.
And the next thing, it wasn't the powers that be. Like everyone's talking about these rumors, like Rams MTK Global that told them man to take down the video. And it wasn't. It was Mark. Mark contacted all the people and said, take down that video. Right? Mark contacted IFL. Mark contacted Seconds Out. Mark contacted all of the people, said, take that one, take it down. You know what I mean? So when they took it down, he come out with his other video, which I'm sure you lot got that as well. Yeah, you got that?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
His other video where he's saying what he's saying. So the rift is between Mark and Ben Davison.
But the thing is, Mark already confirms how this thing goes. And Ben is trying to obviously have his version of events play out, but he's also confirmed what Mark has said. Because when Mark said to him in the corner, do you want to go for another round? Mark then continues that by saying, I didn't get the response I was looking for. That means if you're looking for a response, that means you've asked man something. If I ask you, Spence, yo, you want to fight right now? And you start doing, oh, boy, I don't know. Then I'm saying that's not the energy.
I'm going to tell you the truth, yeah? I'm fighting.
Yes.
But what I'm saying, what I am saying is this. Like, when we're jumping on the quit, I'm saying isn't the irony of it is the fact that Daniel Dubois dissed Joe Joyce's mom and God mashed up his eye. Billy Joe dissed Eubank's mom, knowing that Chris Eubank Sr. has fought with a grotesquely swollen eye twice on 2 occasions.
Yeah.
On 2 occasions. And I spoke to Eubank about it as well. I remember like he was saying, yes, cut the eye. I'll continue. Because the eye was grotesque. He was telling me to cut the eye because he wanted to continue fighting.
Flip's sake.
Right? And I could go into the history about that, well, but I ain't got time for that. So by looking at that on the evidence and everything else, it could have been a quick move still.
And also,
and let me just can I just say,
sorry, what's that, Bruce? One last thing, I'll let you go.
I'm going to tell you again.
Don't the boxing rules state that the second trainer can't stop the fight?
The second trainer is 3.26, I think it is. That it's only the manager and the head trainer that can stop a fight. So, and Ben Davison was not in the corner, wasn't in the training camp prior.
Yeah, he wasn't.
So it is only the manager, and Billy Joe self-managed, right? He's advised by the big man, Daniel Kinahan, right? Mm-hmm. Only the head second and your manager can stop the fight. Billy Joe self-managed. So Billy Joe could have said, well, I don't want this no more, I'm gone.
And you know what, Spencer, let me just say, the fact that you said that, and the fact that you said, man, he could have quit, you know, in light of new evidence, for me, makes me feel like you're being objective, which as someone who listens to some of your interviews, we appreciate. Because listen, you're not going to like every fighter. It's just how it goes. I know the things you said about Dubois, you've got personal reasons. But me personally, listening to what you said about him, I was like, well, hold on a second. How do you know he's done? Because we all know Vitaly Klitschko, he retired on his stool, round 9 against Bird. And he went on 4 years later to regain the heavyweight title.
Yeah,
another one in 2008.
Yeah, right. There's a difference though.
Okay, but I'm saying he still quit. He didn't come out of his corner. I know, but I'm saying he still quit, but he went on to bigger things.
Was punched out of him, and he's actually up on points in that fight as well.
Okay, but I'm saying he's still.
So there's a difference. Do you get what I'm trying to say to you?
Like you said, it's semantics. But what I'm saying is that we can change our viewpoint based on different evidence, and I think the evidence over these past week and a half has been very clear to see for all. Whether you agree with it or not, whether you like it, is a different matter. The evidence is the evidence.
Yeah, but the evidence, listen to me, the evidence is the evidence only until Mark and Ben Davison, because like I said, somebody's lying, you know?
Oh, without question.
Right? Someone, and it's nice that they're saying someone's lying, they're not pointing the finger at no black man.
But the only thing that's not, the only lie that's not, but Spencer, the only lie that's not being told is that Billy Joe didn't protest. He didn't stand up. He didn't look like he wanted it. When my man waved his hand, he didn't come and go, no, he didn't disagree. Bro, the cameras are on him. The cameras are on him.
Ben Davison's interview. Ben Davison said, and I've also got the message on my phone. Yeah. I spoke to Ben, and he said, yeah. Bill said, nah, you know what, Spence, I could even go out there and box orthodox to protect that eye.
Spencer, let me tell you. Ben Davison's lying in the same way that Matchroom don't have any audio for the post-fight, for the corner, for any of their little post-fight things they do. They have no audio of the corner. I wonder why. It's gone missing. I wonder why.
What audio's gone missing?
The audio from the corner, the audio post-fight, the audio walking back to the corner.
What I try to say? Then get Atop. Then get Atop for...
You tell me.
It's looking mad, isn't it? That's what we're saying. It's looking nuts.
I'm out here saying, listen, me and the world is out here playing 2 + 2 is 4, and a lot of men trying to say it's like 3.9. I'm like, no, look at the thing. 2 + 2 is 4. Whether you like that is 4 is a completely, like, for example, whether you like the fact that a fighter quits is not the same as admitting that they did quit. 2 different things.
Spencer, Ali got a broken jaw in round 2 against Kem Norton.
It wasn't in round 2, actually. That's a lie.
Okay, sorry, apologies, but he got his jaw broken. Sugar Ray Leonard.
They like to say it's round 2. They like to say it's round 2 because it glorifies the whole thing. But I get what you're trying to say, right? But it wasn't in round 2. That was
okay. Well, okay, let's.
But either way, the jaw was smashed, fam, and he's getting tagged in that jaw all evening, so it's still a madness.
Sugar Ray Leonard against Thomas Hearn. I would basically.
Listen, Bruce, I gotta give you your title right now, bro. Because you came out here, did a madness.
Fellas, listen, I appreciate it, but my thing is, I love boxing so much, and when I watch, and people like Spencer, I've watched him a lot, and for me, I just want people to be objective. Even like when I've watched Tunde and Spencer's stream sometimes, and I know they'll say, like, Tunde will say things, and sometimes I'm like, come on, man, be objective. It's not, you know, I understand that it's like personal feelings with certain fighters, but if you're trying to be a generic, you know, spokesperson, you like doing commentary, you have to be objective.
No, you don't. That's a lie. Let me tell you this, and I think Travis and them man covered that the other day. Yeah, you and
the brethren bias.
Yeah, you got brethren bias, and
no, but the brethren bias is real. If you acknowledge it.
Yeah,
if you acknowledge it,
there we go. I was about to say, if you acknowledge it, it's different.
There you go. When I speak about Anthony Yard, I'm biased. Like, I know I'm biased. So some of my takes, I don't know, man might say they're not accurate. I say cool, but my bias is there.
Spencer, one question I actually wanted to ask you, and I honestly wanted to get your opinion about this, because I feel like a lot of people try and brush this under the carpet, is when we look at Kell Brook's career, Kell Brook's biggest win was, you know, arguably Sean Porter. Otherwise, he didn't really fight many names. Why is it when you look at Kell Brook's career and you look at Billy Joe Saunders' career, people will say, man, Billy Joe Saunders, what a fighter, what a career. But they won't really say that about Kell Brook, when equally they've got both shit resumes. Like, I don't understand why people go so crazy about Billy Joe's resume. When you look at it, like Caceres and the other Turkish guy that he struggled, Martin Murray, you're looking at Kell Brook and you're looking at, you know, Carson Jones twice he struggled with. Why do we keep on going on about, man, such great fighters? Who are we measuring this greatness against? What kind of opponents?
Who said that, though? You're saying it. Who said that?
Oh, everyone. You look at every English pundit. You look at Johnny Nelson. Everyone. Adam Smith. Everyone. No, that's why I asked you the question.
Okay, then. So you think I'm the realist of the real.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's why I asked you the question. What is your take on it? Would you say Billy Joe's career amazing? Because I look at his resume, and to me, Khan, resume-wise,
no. Khan, let me tell you this. Amir Khan don't get the respect that he should have got. 100%. Right? Especially the night when he beat Katolik. He most probably could have beaten any super lightweight or welterweight in the world at that time.
Yep. Why is it, do you think Billy Joe Saunders gets this praise about world class and when his resume is absolute garbage?
No, how's his resume garbage? He got good wins, and I think the thing with Billy Joe Saunders is because guys in the trade, we know what he would do in sparring.
But you know, but sparring is different to actual fighting. Like, for example, when people say Olympics, Audley Harrison was in the Olympics. Let's not get it twisted. Olympics is Olympics. I'm saying when people say, when they measure against, oh, he was an Olympic fighter, so was Audley Harrison.
No.
You know what I'm saying? That's no way to measure a fighter.
What are you saying? But Audley Harrison was an Olympic gold medalist, though. We can't take away what Audley Harrison done in, what was that, of August of 2000 was incredible.
That's what I'm saying, but that doesn't matter because his pro career didn't match up to anything.
The reason why, I'm going to tell you, the reason why Audley Harrison's professional career didn't match up to the things that he did in the amateurs is because Audley Harrison got that bag from the BBC. So when he got that bag, the desire, Audley Harrison wanted to be famous. So all of a sudden he's got that now, right? And as he got that, he didn't know how to handle it. I'm telling you, I used to be around Audley a lot. I remember like one time me and Audley nearly catch him into a fight. It was at Brown's nightclub. Legends nightclub down in Barking. Colin McMillan had a son. Colin McMillan became his manager, the former featherweight WBO champion. And it was me and Danny Williams was down there. And Audley at the time didn't go to Olympics yet. But he kept on just had this thing that's keep on running off his mouth on Danny. And Danny's my boy them times there. So it's like, I'm saying, brother, you're still amateur, bro. We're professionals. You want to shut your mouth. So he's like, no. So me and him nearly had it in this club. It's mad now because me and Audley are really cool. We look back at them days, we were young, we laugh at them things. You know what I mean? Because that's 21 years ago. But Audley Harrison, because he got that bag and then everything was on him, as much as he will not want to admit it, Audley Harrison became a control freak because he had so much power. BBC gave you that £1 million.
Yeah, I was only using him as an example because I was just trying to say. So Billy Joe, his resume.
So we can't turn around and Billy Joe.
Who do you think's got a stronger resume, Billy Joe or Kell Brook?
Who's got a stronger Kell Brook? Because Kell Brook's got a win over Sean Porter.
Yep, okay. That's exactly what I think.
Right? He got a win over Sean Porter.
And if we say Kell Brook's career was mismanaged and wasted because he didn't get the high profiles he should have, why don't we say that about Billy Joe? Because you said it yourself. Kell Brook's career,
Billy Joe's inactivity, Billy Joe's inactivity and all that stuff is all the marks against him. Like inactivity, he just ain't done enough. There's just not enough there. He had some good highlights against Lemieux, and obviously we played him 1,000 times to show that he can box. But
who?
Billy Joe.
No, Lemieux was excellent.
There's not that many big nights.
Lemieux was an excellent win. It's sad that we didn't see him and Boo Boo Andre get on
at 160.
Right, that would have been something to say that. Yep. Right. So that's sad, but I can't take away anything from Billy Joel because the man was a British and European champion. Right. The man was a 2-8, and even though he's saying 2-8,
two-time world champion.
His win over Andy Lee was a very, very impressive win, my friend.
But wasn't Andy Lee? That was the last fight of his career before he retired.
Bruce, I'm gonna have to let you go, bro. We're gonna have to.
No, you good, bro. You good. Nice one, fellas. Nice one.
Bruce,
nice one, fellas. Yeah, man.
I'm glad that we spoke because the thing what I'm saying is this is like when man was trying to get at that fact, like, right, no one could ever attach my name to Coonan. Especially if you're English, the Black Americans, they're a bit twisted. They don't get this thing, right? They think like we being in England as being black people, like there's no oppression over here for us. We're it's like life of roses. No. We get the same shit that you lot feel. It's just that you lot had civil rights movement, right? But we've done our bits in this country. Check the history. So when I'm hearing another person of color say like, boy, and this MTK, I'm hearing this thing too much because it's not because of the MTK. Why I'm just saying like of what I saw at the time, it didn't seem to me that Billy Joe Saunders quit. Right? Now, after hearing other evidence, I'm saying, listen, Mark, Tibbs, and Ben Davison need to duke it out for us to get to the truer conclusion. But you know what? The nicest thing is this, they're not blaming no black man at the moment.
Right. And the possibility is he probably did quit. Appreciate it, boys. Nice one.
Thank you, man. Oh, my days. All right, let me get it. Hey, Spence, safe for coming through, bro.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate this, man. I see Maestro's here. Yeah, let me get Maestro on the call, man. Maestro calling from New York City.
Yeah, what's going on, guys?
What's happening, Maestro, man?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
All right. So I'm actually a little upset that you let that guy just go because I actually wanted to ask him some questions. So I'll ask about this whole quitting and non-quitting thing because you got a whole lot of guys who have never even trained in boxing, let alone sparred in boxing, let alone had an amateur fight in boxing, let alone been to an amateur tournament in boxing, let alone fought pro, let alone fought championship level pro, talking about how a man that does what they can't do is a quitter. So but I got a question.
The reason why I just want to clarify everybody's stance right now, because the reason why people are jumping on Billy Joe is not the act of quitting. It's the fact that when another fighter quit a few months ago, Billy Joe was very vocal on the fact you die in that ring. Your eye cracks, this and that. So when he quits in the ring now, we say, "Rah, you didn't meet your own standard." This was not about quitting. Nobody expects a fighter to fight with a cracked face.
The guy that just left, last thing he said is parting words were, "The man's a quitter." Yeah,
because Spencer, who's on the call now, previously wasn't acknowledging that, and that was the gripe.
Okay. I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna break it down for you guys. I want to break it down for you guys. Right? Look at it this way. You guys remember what happened when Odlanier Solis, the Olympic Cuban gold medalist, went out to Germany to fight Dr. Vitaly Klitschko?
Yeah, his ankle went.
His ankle went. Now, if he says I can't walk on my ankle, what is that quitting? Did he quit in that fight?
It's not the same. It's not the same.
It's not the same, bro.
Whoa, wait a second. I'll tell you Let me finish my point before you tell me that it's not the same. Let me finish my point. Point number one. Reason I go by Maestro is because I'm a public school teacher. I actually got QTS out there in England too, for those of you who want to check my credentials. I tell elementary school kids that two right don't make a wrong. How do I have to explain that to grown-ass men?
Two wrongs don't make a right.
All right, sorry. Two wrongs don't make a right. My fault. Two wrongs don't make a right. Right? Two wrongs don't make a right. So here's my thing. What's more important? Your eyesight or an ankle? Your eyesight or MCL? Your eyesight or ACL? Your eyesight or getting a broken rib and not being able to get up? Thank you. So how many times have we seen guys go down from a body shot and stay down? They don't get called quitters. How many times do we see a guy turn the ankle, turn the ACL, and can't go on and fight? He could play hopscotch for 2 rounds against Canelo with a broken ankle, hopping around on one leg. It's good. The outcome's going to be the same. His ass is going to get. Wait a second. I'm going to make this last statement. Whether you're asking the guy to go out with one eye blind, or you're asking the guy to go around hopping on one leg because he's got a bad ankle, the result is the same. His ass is getting knocked out, and as a trainer, you cannot send your man into battle like that. You cannot do it.
Maestro, let me ask you. Have you seen the things that Billy Joe has said?
It doesn't matter to me.
The reason why it matters because this is what brought all of this on.
Right.
The boxing community. When Daniel Dubois quit against Joe Joyce, right? A lot of boxers, a lot of pundits came out and said, "Raw, you'd have to carry me out there, even if I'm on a stretcher."
I get all of that, and I didn't agree with the hater. I didn't agree with the guys that were hating on the brethren Daniel Dubois when he went down. I didn't agree with that. I don't agree with Billy Joe Saunders for saying what he said. But for guys whose fighting background consists of doing this and getting their phone out and going like this, I don't want to hear people talking about a man is a quitter. I don't want to hear
you're holding fighters. You're holding fighters. You're making two different points because we're holding fighters to the standard that they have put for themselves. Yes, they are. If we're spectators of the sport, and a fighter says, "I'm gonna do X," and then goes in there, goes completely against his word, it's life that someone's going to get back in your face and say, "Bro, you're the one that said this. Nobody expected this of you."
Let me ask you this. Raheem Sterling goes out and says, "Man, I'm going to give it my all on the pitch. I'm going to give it everything I have." And then he turns his ankle and you're like, "Wow, he's going off on what he said." It's a sport, dog.
It's a false equivalence. Maestro, can I say one thing?
Go ahead.
It's okay to quit if you've got a life-altering injury, if you've got a career-changing injury. But if you come out and say, "I'm going to die on my shield, I'm a gypsy, I'm a warrior, I will never do that about another fighter," and then when it comes to your turn, and they ask you, "Do you want to go on?" and you don't respond,
listen. So what are we doing? What are we doing now? What are we doing now as black? We're doing now as what? As black people? So as black people, go ahead, Spencer. Sorry, Spencer, my fault. So go ahead.
Yeah, I want to say this. A man had a broken orbital bone against the best fighter in the whole world. If I was in his corner, I wouldn't let him come out in round 9.
I respect it.
That's fine.
Neither would I. Wait there. You're in there with Canelo, you know.
No, I respect everything. I agree with you.
There. Not what's his name? The Peter Crouch of boxing.
No, I respect it.
Joe Joyce, who does the robot stuff. Right?
This is what he's doing.
Right? You're in. No.
Joyce.
Right? No, Joy's my guy. But what I'm trying to say to you, it's totally different. You're in with Canelo, and Canelo knew when he let off that right hand, that clapped Billy in the eye, he heard the cracking.
Yeah, he said it. He heard the crack.
So I'm just saying, you've got a broken orbital bone. Because Canelo felt, that's when Canelo started saying, "Yeah, you look bad, yo, come." Nah, I don't blame Billy Joe for not coming out.
Neither do I.
Then cool. Then man, just acknowledge that he's quit, and that's that.
This is what I'm trying to say to you. I don't blame him, but what I am saying is this: that he was mash up.
Yeah.
We agree.
He had no path to victory. What are you sending him out there for? He had no path to victory, but he had a path towards being permanently blind. There's a clear path to that.
Absolutely.
His mistake was before the fight.
So basically,
and said all of that.
Why is that?
The moral of the story is, don't talk shit then. Like, if you're gonna be out here making these statements about, if I quit, you have to kill me, you're gonna have to do this to me, bro. When it's your time, you're gonna get the backlash. Don't talk.
No, but that's what the trainer's there for. That's what the trainer's there for.
Yeah, hindsight is a great thing. And
hindsight is a great thing, but at the same time,
bottom line, this is how it goes. Is this, and I don't even know why we're dragging this out even longer, right? But I'm saying, bottom line is this: the argument should be Mark Tibbs and Ben Davison. This argument's not my argument. That's the argument, because someone pulled a fight and someone's going back and forth saying this, and all the rest of it, and blah, 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 and all the rest of it. And what's happened is, like, people are arguing. People are arguing about nonsense when it's not really our argument. The argument is, regardless, whatever happened, quit, not quit, wanting to carry on, he lost the fight. That is the bottom line.
Yeah. He got broke up bad, man. That's what happened.
He lost the fight. So when we're all jumping and saying, no, but this is the reason, I'm telling you, generally, from what I saw, my observation off of the back, straight up, I was saying, well, you know what? I don't think he quit, because I saw Mark stop the fight. So I'm saying, if they jumped in and Mark stopped the fight, and Mark said, right, I'll stop the fight, I don't need to hear what Mark was saying. Well, I never got the right replies from him. I never got this. Or Ben Davis is saying, well, I said, look, you've proven that you're at this level now, so you can stop and we can fight another day. Now I want to go fight Orthodox to come out. I don't care about any of those kind of things. You're still lost.
Cool. So the response is that obviously and
I'm going to go back again, because I'll read up these things on the side there. Right? When man turn around saying, well, bottom line, the energy for Daniel Dubois, I hope that I've explained myself with my energy with Daniel Dubois. My thing was, nah, brother. So the hurt inside of me was me looking at a black man that tried to be something that he wasn't, and he should have tried to be himself. So that's what I was hurt over. And that's that. I don't care how they want to take it or how they want to twist it up. That was the reason why I went so ham on Daniel Dubois.
I think another reason, knowledge too, is that Daniel Dubois was actually up in that fight. Billy Joe Saunders, he had zero path to victory. And I'm not even blaming Dubois for doing what he did. And for me, the crazy thing is, on the very same card, we saw a guy give up in a fight in the Negi Aguilera fight against Frank Sanchez. You guys saw that, didn't you?
That was a good fight, you know?
Yeah.
It was no, I'm not talking about the co-feature. I'm talking about the heavyweight fight where he just quit. First he said it was his shoulder, then he said he was hit behind the head, and I mean that sucks.
That was scary. That was scary.
Right?
But the thing is, though, you got to look at it like obviously, Maestro, you're saying that, if you've never boxed before at any level, you can't decide who's quitting and yada yada, etc. I hear you. But what we witnessed when Dubois fell was the boxing community being very vocal about the standard amongst fighters. So when a fighter is saying to another fighter, as a spectator, I can only take that as the standard. So when the fighter says to another fighter, you don't quit. That's the cardinal sin. If your eyes cracked, arms broken, that's how you go. And this is loud. This is not just one man. This is a community of boxing. So we have to take that and say, okay, cool. So this is the level then that you guys put for yourself. We're not fighters. We will never understand those terms. So when a fighter
say that though.
But when one of the fighters who say that get into the ring next, we look at him and we say, okay, cool. Yeah, okay, this is the standard that you're on. It's happened to you now. We're going to see what you're made of. Show us what this thing looks like. And then he swallows it. He quits. There's a conversation there. There is a backlash to come from that. Because when you start putting yourself on that mantle and you can't live up to your own standard, this is what comes. This is what happens.
And what's this conversation about? So to what extent can fans comment on boxers? Where does it?
Fans are entitled. Fans are entitled. Let me tell you this. Billy Joe got $8 million the other day. If man say you quit, you quit. So what? You got $8 million, right? Yeah. But what I'm also saying is that the backlash hasn't been so harsh on Billy Joe is because I didn't know about the Eubank mom thing, right? Yeah. That's right. But I also know that you're from the traveling community and certainly on an autopsy. You know what that means, right? Right. So Travis knows, right? So, and you have to take accountability for the stuff that you say, because how it goes is once something come out your mouth, it's not yours anymore. Everyone's gonna hold on to that.
Absolutely.
Right. Even if you try to take it down off of social media or all the rest of it. Now, I'm saying of the time in the fight, I thought Billy Joe gave a very good account of himself in the fight, but you could see Canelo just bridging the gap, little pieces and pieces and pieces on him, and he would eventually got to him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It would have got to him. It got to him. So it makes no difference when we're saying, "Oh, but he quit," and because I can revert back. What was it? It was February 1989. Lloyd Hannigan, when he fought Marlon Starling. Marlon Starling was Lloyd Hannigan's big nemesis because he was a WBA champion, but then he got knocked out by a guy called Thomas Marlon, and then his next fight was him against Hannigan. Hannigan famously beat Donald Curry in 1986 September to become undisputed world champion. Lloyd Hannigan famously threw away the WBA belt because he refused to go to South Africa. When Averman was running to go to South Africa to get the money, that's when we had the apartheid system going on. Yeah. And Hannigan, real man, said, "Bun that yardman thing. Forget that. I'm not doing it." Right? At that time, when Hannigan fought Marlon Starling, Hannigan was a favorite guy in there. Hannigan in 1989 was loved in America because he didn't have an archetypal British style. He was rough and tumble. I'm going to do anything to win. I'll hit you low. I'll headbutt you. I'll elbow you. I'll do whatever I have to do to win. Lloyd Hannigan fought Marlon Starling, and Starling was being trained by the late, great Eddie Futch. He had a peekaboo kind of high guard style, very similar to Ronald Winky Wright, but he was more aggressive. So he couldn't get through to his arm. Hannigan was wailing away at him, and by round eight, Hannigan was losing the fight. He had a grotesquely swollen eye. Mike Tyson was doing a commentary. And Mike Tyson was saying, Lion's not fighting to win. He's not fighting to win. And his eye was like this, Travis, right? His whole jaw was swollen. He goes in the corner at the end of round 8, and he's sitting in the corner, and the referee comes over to stop the fight. Goes, Lloyd, say something to me. And Lloyd gets nuts now. No, I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. I'm fine. He's mash up, you know. He's mash up. Mickey Duff, the famous trainer, goes to the famous boxing promoter and manager, says, Lloyd, do you want me to stop it, Lloyd? Do you want me to stop it, Lloyd? And Ali goes, no, I'm all right. He goes out round 9, right? And he gets stopped, right? And there's more exhaustion because he gets attacked, he crumbles down on his feet, and Lloyd's on his knees, and the referee stops the fight. That's how you got it on your show. Right? So when you watch boxing, you watch fights like that, then obviously I can say, right, Billy Joe quit. Because I know I've seen man go and say, right, I'm going to go take my ass in. I ain't going to win the fight. And afterwards, when he'd been interviewed, Lloyd said every time he hit me, it was like my face being cut by a razor blade. Right? That's how you got on your shield. Remember the greats. Now, we're living in a world now that we can't say nothing about nothing because people get upset. You can't say nothing about nothing no more, you know? I can't turn around and say, rah, your glasses look lopsided, Travis. Man was like, rah, got glasserisms or whatever. I mean, right?
No, but if you put stakes, if you put a stake for yourself, like Floyd, if Floyd ever lost, imagine the backlash Floyd Mayweather would have got. It would have been insane. It's it's what comes with the talking territory.
But he's got $1 billion in the bank, so really and truly, should he care?
Oh, of course. Then don't jeopardize the bag.
Right. No, what was the purpose? The purpose is called prize fighting. So the prize is the financial rewards, right? So certain things have to come with the territory. So when I first saw the fight, I didn't think that he quit. And yes, I was hard on Daniel Dubois. And I had loads of people message me. And it's because I had so many people message me, that's why I didn't go so hard on Billy Joe Saunders. I'm going to be real. So
now that you've got all these facts, your opinion is?
None of them quit. Daniel Dubois didn't quit.
Spence, we're going to let you go, man. We're going to let you go, bro.
Right, you
Maestro, stay there, bro. Stay there. You got a battle with Bass coming up. He said he wants to challenge you on some stuff.
Oh, all right.
All right, Spence. Thanks again, bro.
Thank you.
I'm going to say this. Any one of you little fossils want to try clash man on history, I'll destroy any of you.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Go back to the year 1936. There was a man by the name.
I love. Yeah, man, undefeated. Love. Later.
Respect, man.
Take care, man.
All right, Bass. You got what you wanted, bro. Maestro's here for you, fam. Talk to us.
Yo, Fight Fam wants him. Give him to Fight Fam. I'm here for HGM this week.
Oh, right. Okay, cool. All right, no worries. All right, take care, Bass. Bass, they want that smoke.
Delegating.
Fight Fam wants to respond to Maestro. Fight Fam, what's going on, bro? Welcome to the show, bro. What's happening?
What's going on, people? Now, we've got Maestro here. He's saying guys who have never fought are talking about people quit. Well, I fought. You know, you can check my credentials. Former fighter, won titles. So I've said he's quit. So what now?
I wasn't talking about you then.
No, but you're saying that. No, but you're saying
no, but if you're just proving my point. You're proving my point. I was talking specifically about people who don't have your background talking shit. You want to, if you're a fighter, if you fought and you want to talk your shit, talk your shit. I'm talking about people around me who are watching the fight with me, calling them all kind of names and stuff. These people have never fought a day in their life. They've never trained a day in their life. You know what it's like to be in there. You can say, if I was in that situation, I would have done different. But guess what? Most of these mofos out here on YouTube cannot say that.
But Maestro, why do you have to put yourself in that position to be able to make that comment? And what is the difference? Wait, one second. If Fan TV says he quit and he's right, what's the difference between him, a person who hasn't fought, saying the same thing? If it's right, what's right is right?
Because they don't know what it's like to physically be in that position. They don't know what it's like to have option A and option B in front of them and have your coach take option C. They don't know that. Now, here's my thing. You asked me you said you had something to say about something I said earlier. If Canelo popped his Achilles, if Billy Joe popped his Achilles like David Haye did in the fight and didn't continue, I've seen people pop their Achilles. Why don't people call them quitters? Why don't people call it a quitter if you break your ankle? Which happens in fights.
I'll tell you why. They won't call you a quitter necessarily because it's just like they won't necessarily call you it. But if you're the man who said, I don't care if I've got 2 broken legs, 2 broken arms, 2 broken eyes, like Billy Joe said, then once you said that, you've now said, I'm here for the Warriors Code. So like Chris Eubank Sr., he talks about Warriors Code. So that's why him and Junior will never, I'm telling you, he would never quit in a fight because he's the tutelage from his dad about the Warriors Code. They will never quit in a fight. You'll have to get the ref or the doctor or something like that. Billy Joe was speaking like, oh, I'm a traveler, no one born from his mother, I'll die in there. So once you said that and you've decided to quit, you shook your head. Mark Tibbs said, I asked him a question as he walked to me. So as he finished that round, he's walked to him. And funny enough, that you know how they have this 24/7 behind the scenes, all access.
The matchroom stuff.
They're not releasing that audio because we'll be able to hear that conversation in the corner. Just like when Floyd got rocked. And you'll hear him go, oh, he bit my hand, man. He bit my hand. And Roger saying, box that MF or whatever. We even heard AJ saying, why do I feel like this? We couldn't hear that on the night, but they released that audio. Why are they not releasing that audio of the conversation between Mark and Billy? Mark is obviously going to spare his fighter dignity and say, it's private. I'm not going to say what went on in there, but we had because the Michelle Joy, the Radio Raheem interview, which got taken down, he said, there was something said. I'm not going to go into what was said in the corner, but we had a conversation and, he didn't give me the response I wanted, so I had to pull him. So that's gone missing. Also, why is it all of a sudden Daniel Dubois has been taken off of Mark Tibbs's roster all of a sudden, leading up to his next fight, which no one's talking about because I never heard of them having some kind of falling out. But all of a sudden, now Mark's it seems like the enemy and his interviews are being pulled down. This is why he's had to go to Twitter on his own platform and make his own video. It seems like there's some kind of USSR dictatorship going on with some old school boxing mafia days.
That last part I cannot explain. The first part I can definitely explain. The first part with these channels that are out there, and I'll name them: IFL TV, the Michelle Joy Phelps channel. They require access to literally survive. They gotta get fighters to interview for them to get views and for them to pay their bills. If you notice, MTK Global's a prominent sponsor of IFL. So if they call up IFL and like, yo, we need you to take down that interview, they're going to take down the interview because they want to have access to the fighters and trainers, etc. The other thing that you said, bro, that's very interesting because I heard the same news that right before this fight with Bogdan Dinu, now he's going to change trainers again. Very suspicious. Very suspicious.
To Shane McGuigan all of a sudden. Very suspicious.
Oh, I didn't even thought about that. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, lads. Appreciate you calling in, man.
Okay. Anyways, my man, I respect you for what you said. I just wanted to give a little bit of a different perspective. I mean, I think anyone who's objective can say he said no mas, right?
Yeah.
Anyone who's objective can say that he shouldn't have talked that shit about Dubois. He shouldn't have done it. He shouldn't have done it.
Thank you.
But I just don't. I honestly, I've always had a problem with the keyboard warrior culture. I'm just gonna say that I've always had a problem with it, and I'm not accusing y'all of doing it because you guys held it down with like an open debate, and I appreciate it. But there's a lot of people on social media saying a whole lot of big stuff that I think is out of line.
And also, I'll bring up one point that where what's his name, Ben Davison messed up in his statement. If I don't know if you guys saw when he said that Mark Tibbs said he's going to send him out for another round, but Billy Joe obviously wasn't happy with it seemed to be a hesitancy from someone to make a decision to get him out of there, which basically says Billy Joe looked at Ben like come on,
I don't want no
bail
more.
me out,
No
bail me out, get me out of jail.
Yeah.
So him saying there was a hesitancy in the corner. No, Mark said do another round because that's what coaches say. I'm going to give you another round, and if you're getting battered the next round, we'll throw the towel in. Same way when a fight, you normally ask a fighter, you ready to go another round? A fighter goes, yeah. I've seen fighters with eyes closed. The guys go, oh, you can't see, can you? They go, yeah, I can. Well, how many fingers I've got? And they just winging it and say, I see 3 fingers. I see 4 fingers. Come on, give me another round and let's play it round by round. And then they go out and have the round of their life. And they get to go in about 2-3 more rounds. They might even get to the finish. Who knows? But Billy didn't even try to get off that stool. He sat there and he didn't protest even when the fight was over. Nothing.
Nah, for real. And just the final point on this particular combo, I gotta say, like, fans are the lifeblood of this sport. Fans keep this thing going. We literally keep this thing going. So to say that fans just can't have a say if you've never boxed before is insane as far as I can see. But
of course they can, because they pay their pay-per-view fees. They pay their subscriptions.
But we dislike.
So let me ask you, but let's keep it real though. Not everybody makes $8 million in a fight. As fans, are we okay with guys going blind and losing their lives for our entertainment?
No. Like
I'm not cool with it. See, the difference between me and a lot of other people, to me, boxing is a sport. Boxing is a sport. We're not savages doing fucking Mandingo fighting or the Roman gladiator shit.
Mel Gibson, Braveheart,
Yeah, like, come on. We got to respect these people as human beings.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, give them their chance to do the best they can. But to me, also, the trainers got to have some responsibility, too, in terms of protecting the fighter. Because what's the point in having a doctor there, right, and having a referee if you're going to allow a guy to box when he's got an indented face that's clearly mashed up and an eye that he can't see out of?
No,
like,
I hate it.
It's fair.
Right?
Guys, thank you for calling, man. We're going to move with respect, guys.
Respect, man.
Bless up, everybody.
Take it easy, man. All right, respect, bro. All right, so now we got a bit of a madness coming up. We got a pending beef that these men want to settle.
It's been going on for a week or 2 weeks or so.
It has. I feel like HGM and Capricorn base. I don't know where HGM is.
Is it a lineal HDM?
Lineal HDM? No, this is base and HGM.
Right.
This has been building up for a little while now. Base is here. Where's HGM? Nah, HGM, don't tell me you're ducking, bro.
Well, I saw him in the chat. He wants it. He definitely is.
Let me put the link back in. The link's back in. Base? What you saying, bro? You here? Flip's sake. Base is coming into the ring first. Can't stand this guy, bro. Where you at? Where's No Cat? Okay. HGM is here. Base has walked into the ring first. I hate the fact this guy's got entrance music for Flip's sake, bro. Nah, he's in the whip. That's insane.
Hollywood base.
Hollywood base, bro. HDM. Oh my days. All right, lads. I explained the rules in the dressing room. My call. If I say separate, I want you guys to respect the bell. Let's go. Base HGM. Touch gloves.
Let's go. Nothing, man. Yeah, man.
All right. So
Thing,
I
babe.
said 2 weeks ago. I said last week that why am I
Someone
getting
turn down their
feedback?
audio. All right,
Yeah, I
let's
said
go.
last week Craig Richards best
Hey,
light
turn down
heavyweight in
your
the country.
audio, fam. What is that
Who
sound?
is that?
Whose audio is still up?
Who is that? Mic check.
It's you, bro.
Me.
Yeah. Okay, wait. Now speak.
Mic check.
Okay, you're good. Let's go.
Okay. Right. So I said last week Craig Richards best light heavyweight in the country. HGM seems to think differently, so we need to find out who he's speculating.
HGM, talk to us, bro.
Yeah. So this is a thing base. I didn't say anyone was the best. You said Craig Richards is the best. So you're undefined. You're basically saying he's undisputed the best in the light heavyweight division in Britain. So you need to back your point. I'm saying he's not.
But you're saying he's not based on what? So who's better? If he's not the best, who's better?
Okay.
And why?
I'm basically saying it's up for debate. There's not one of them whose levels above what because he lost to Bivol makes him the best. So you're saying he's the best based on a loss.
He's fought more British fighters than anyone else, and he's got more victories over anyone else on the British circuit. So how does that not make him the best?
And he's got the lowest win percentage of them all.
The lowest win percentage.
He's got one draw and he's got 2 losses, right? He lost to Brook early, and he also lost to Bivol, and then he drew against. I can't remember what the guy's name is.
It was Chad Sugden.
British level guy, and that's when I think it's Shakan Pitters just jabbed him up all night, and they thought Shakan Pitters was going to beat him. He's got the lowest percent out of the top 5. He's out the top 5 in rankings. He's ranked number 5 in Britain. Ahead of him is Callum Johnson. Ahead of him is Anthony Yard. Ahead of him is, I believe, it's Lyndon Arthur.
Whoa.
Why we lost base?
Yeah, because the facts are too real, man. No cut.
He's looking real Lily-ish.
He wasn't hearing any of that. He got out of there, boy. No, that's outrageous.
Let me send the what's it called? Let me send the facts in as well. While I'm here, let me send the details in.
Are you willing to say who you think is the number one? I know you said it's up for debate, but do you have someone that you think is the number one?
Who's my number one? This is the thing. None of them are really number one. Which one of them have really got anywhere? Like, for instance, you could say, in terms of amateur pedigree, you could say Bawatsi, because he got a gold medalist and he's won the English tournament. But who's he fought? You could say Lyndon. I'd say maybe Lyndon, because he, out of the top 5, he's the only one who's fought the other one and won. But then again, was that a fluke?
Travis, who are you saying? Travis, what are you saying?
Yeah, I don't think I'm hearing any talk of Lyndon being number one.
Why not though?
Nah, I don't see him as number one when, like, thing is, it's like you said before, like your first point, it's open, isn't it? Like, there's no clear leader in this thing because you got Bawatsi, who still needs to step up, in my opinion. We've not seen the level that Bawatsi is yet because he keeps fighting these guys who don't really let him see that. Like, we see Craig Richards out there, Callum Johnson, he's mixed it with Viterbi, he knocked man down. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's like, if we're gonna grade man on their losses to the top level, it gets a bit weird because then you say, oh, he knocked him down, but then he got knocked out, he lost on points, he got stopped. So then it's like, it's we can't be grading on losses. It's still open season in my opinion.
Who has a notable win?
The notable win.
None of them. The only one who
Lyndon
Arthur. That's the only one. But can we say that Yard's world level? We have to wait and see. The only one out of the 5 is Lyndon Arthur because he's beat one of the 5. However, Bawatsi amateur beat him. But can we go amateur records? That's what I'm saying. It's all up in the air. But when you're saying definitively Craig Richards is number one, based on what?
Yeah, it's weird.
Based on and let's be honest, because Craig Richards put in a good performance. But let's be honest, there was no way he was winning the Bivol fight. He was behind. Let's be honest. It was a good performance, but that's maybe because we rated Bivol a bit too highly.
Yeah.
I mean, if they fought again, though, if they fought again in, say, 4 months' time, I can see how Craig Richards can win that fight.
If they fought again, I can see Craig Richards getting stopped.
Why'd you say that? Why'd you say that? Why'd you say that?
Why'd I say that? Because when you watch the fight, Craig Richards was very defensive until the 10th, 11th, and 12th round. He fought a very safe fight, a very Olympic fight. He'd probably have now a bit more confidence to go, you know what? Let me put on a bit more risk now. Bivol goes, okay, you wanna play that game? Okay.
I disagree heavily, bro.
Okay,
I disagree heavily.
That's your brethren, though. That's your brethren, so I don't expect you to go against him.
No, I hear you, but like even on the brethren bias thing, I'm thinking to myself, from around 5 or 6 when Craig Richards started to believe that he could mix with him, you saw a completely different fight. He was bigger than him, longer than him, and he started to believe in himself, and it just created issues for Bivol. There weren't a case of him coming back next fight and thinking, yeah, let me turn it up. No, because then Craig Richards turns it up from 1. And then it's like,
sorry, Travis, is there something to say about Bivol not having a long extended layoff?
Okay, there was that. That's an X factor. That's an X factor in this.
There we go.
Fair enough.
Okay,
base is back in. Base is back in.
Right, so what was said? I missed anything. What was said?
Basically, what we're saying.
What was just said?
So basically,
go on.
Saying that according to everyone's record, it's up in the air. That's my opinion. And then we've just been debating it between everyone else. Everyone else has kind of come to that agreement that there's no undisputed top 1. But we were just going through records basically of who's number 1, who's number 2, who's number 3, number 4. But even in that, we couldn't really come to basically a definite person who's top 1.
Yeah. And like Ash in the comments is basically saying Boatsie's ceiling is the highest.
I agree.
I agree too.
I agree.
He might have the highest ceiling, but he's not done anything to prove it. Here's what I'm gonna say, right? If we're gonna say Boatsie is arguably the best one, right? So how come when he was supposed to fight Callum Johnson for the British title, Eddie managed to maneuver Callum Johnson to relinquish the title to go and take on the killer Beterbiev, so that Boatsie can then go and fight for a vacant title against Liam Conrad, who wasn't even ranked in the top 5 of the Brits at the time. He was ranked at like number 8 or number 9. As soon as that fight happened, Craig ended up being the number one contender for the British title. All of a sudden, Joshua Boatsie goes and vacates that title to then go and fight a blown-up super middleweight in Paraban.
Yeah.
Then who'd he fight after that? His best win was Marco Chalic, right? And even though I knew who Marco Chalic was, no one else knew him. He was supposed to be a walk in the park. What happened? Got touched up for the first half of the fight.
So what are you saying? He doesn't have the same. I don't know.
So at the end of the day, so if we're talking about the best British, right? Boatsie might have a big ceiling. Yeah, he might do. But guess what? When it came time to him to fight Craig Richards for that British title to prove, he ducked. That's factual.
Respect Fight Fan TV. Fight Fan TV Live just said BoxRec has Joe Smith as number 1 in the world and Jesse Hart number 2. So you can't use BoxRec to justify nothing. Plus, Craig beat Jake Paul and Shakan Peters.
Okay, is that directed to me? I'm guessing.
No, that was just a comment. That was just a comment. But yes, go on.
Okay, no. If it's directed at me, how about I use the official rankings? And Craig Richards is only in the top 5 for one of the rankings.
But we can also agree that Craig Richards isn't exactly the darling of either Matchroom or Queensbury.
Agreed.
He's had to go out and do everything basically on his own.
True.
He fought Shakan Peters on Channel 5 because Eddie didn't pay the money to win the purse bid. He went in the next man's territory and knocked him out.
Okay, that's true, but you could also say the same with Linda Martha. So
how?
He's not the darling. Well, we've seen the whole thing with Pat Barrett saying what Frank Warren basically done to him. Exactly. You could say the same thing about him.
He may not be the darling, but I bet he's sort of putting better ranking and standings than Craig was. Let's look at Lyndon. Right. Craig is British heavyweight, right? British heavyweight champion right now. Lyndon is Commonwealth. Which comes higher, the British or the Commonwealth?
The British, if you want to debate it.
Right. Okay, so the British comes higher, which automatically now means that he must be a level above, or he must be in a better position, whether he's a level above or not. Now, let's look at who people beat for their titles. Like, let's be real. Lyndon Arthur beat who? He beat a Ghanaian with a tough head and no skills. That's all he did to win. That's all he did to win that belt. And then he ended up fighting what was it? He ended up fighting Dex Spellman afterwards. So he's had one fight against a British opponent at that time. One fight, he won that. So he's 2-0 because he beat Yard as well. If we look at Yard, we can now obviously say that Yard must be the fifth, because he's fought nobody of any consequence except for 2 fights. As soon as he's had those 2 fights, he loses to Kovalev quite convincingly. Okay, no problem, because that's Kovalev. It might be a faded Kovalev, but that's still Kovalev. Comes back down, fights the next man. He fought the fight in Spain, right? Against the he fought the guy in Spain, like the super welterweight that got blown up to 175. Go fight him. Then he fights Dex Spellman.
Tyson Fury versus AJ is off after Deontay Wilder's arbitration case ordered that the Gypsy King must face the American for a 3rd time.
I need to see that. I need to see that on the news outlets.
Let's talk that for a moment, because I'm still trying to get off some work here.
Thank you, October. Hey, Brace, finish your work, bro. Thank you, October.
Right, so where was I now? Yeah, so okay. So now we've got Yard, obviously. So he fought the guy in Spain. Then he fights Dex Spellman 5 weeks after Lyndon Arthur fights him.
Yeah.
Okay. Then all of a sudden fights Lyndon Arthur, gets jabbed to death with one hand for the entire length of the fight. So of those standings, we can now say he is at the bottom of those. So now if you look at who's fighting the most amount of Brits, it has been Craig. He's 3-1-1, although he should be 4-1, but I'm not going to do the whole semantics of what happened with the Chad Sugden fight and all of that. But he's fought and beat more Brits than anyone else in the land. So if we're talking about who's the best in the country, it has to be the guy that's fighting his other countrymen and beating them. It's him. He's beat more of them than anyone else. So how can he not be ranked the best? Plus, of 3 people that's gone up to the world level, he's the only one that ain't been stopped. All 3 of them lost. He put in the best performance.
I know he put in the best performance against a people who fought after 18 months and hadn't fought. So how much did he get stopped? Number 2, Craig Richards in his 8th fight debatedly lost to Alan Higgins, and that's a fight even Eddie Hearn said that he lost. Number 3, Craig Richards fought against Frank Buglioni and was beat on a unanimous decision. Guess who knocked him out in one round? Callum Johnson. The same guy in one round.
Hold on, but you see, but now you're talking and like you're forgetting the events of things. Look at what happened in the Buglioni fight. Craig took that fight on 4 days' notice, coming up from 168. He wasn't a 175 fighter at that time. So if you're gonna apply the logic, at least do it consistently and let people know the deal. Yeah, he got beat by that guy, but that guy was a weight class above him at the time.
Yo, bro, this is the same guy you're going on about. Craig Richards glorifying his loss on a fight which Bibble took after 18 months. Yet when I use the same logic, now you're saying, oh yeah, putting in semantics. It's either it is or it isn't.
How is it the same logic? 18 months out of the ring, did Bibble have a full training camp? Yes or no?
Yeah, okay. Let me put it this way.
No. He had a full training camp. Did Craig Richards have a full training camp against Frank Buglioni, or did he take the fight on 4 days' notice? Yes or no? Which one is it? So they're not the same situation.
Okay,
how are they the same situation?
Okay, let me put it this way. So if you didn't go up, if you hadn't been to the gym in about 18 months, and I now tell you to bench 150, are you going to be able to do it?
20 more seconds to make your final points, guys. 20 seconds each. Final rounds. The final bell.
Let's just say it. Because the thing is, I actually have video evidence. Craig Richards on your own show said these words. He said, oh, I want to fight over European top-ranked fighters. In the division, everyone else is ranked above him. Craig Richards isn't ranked top. He's not even ranked top 15 in either the in the WBO, WBC, or the IBF. He's not ranked. He's only ranked in the WBA.
HDM. That's the last round. Base. Last 20 seconds.
Right. Craig Richards is only ranked in the WBA because that's the only sanctioning fees he's paying. At the end of the day, my man said, I've cleaned out the English division. If I got the title when I was supposed to get the title, then I would have had the title he would have had it by now already. He would have had 3 wins under his belt. He would have been able to take the belt home because you have to win it. You have to defend it 3 times before it becomes yours. He went through there. He went to top level and he did the best performance out of anyone in that situation. And now he wants to come back and fight people outside of Britain because that's a bigger test for him. He's conquered Britain.
0. Okay. Bro, Jeremy, let's have a chat, bro. Let's have a chat. How did you see this going?
Well, listen, it opened up. HDM opened up strong.
Very strong first round.
Base was on the ropes. Base lost connection, came back in, laid some very good points on who's been beating who in the English division. HDM then came back again. I'm gonna score a score draw. I'm sorry, I can't
lie. I've got this. I'm gonna need to see a rematch on another debate on another conversation because this was a strong 115 on all cards for me, man.
You're lucky because I have video evidence.
You know what? Get your facts and send us the video. Email us the video.
And we'll get this video when Bibo even says, "I'm not even thinking about Craig Richards."
Listen,
I'm not even thinking about.
Was Viterbi thinking about Callum Johnson?
Yeah, but
was Kovalev thinking about
guys, no more fight. The fight is over. The fight is over. Go back to your corner. Honestly, guys, seriously. Let the fans speak. Off the canvas said HDM
and show my face to you, base, because you already know the look I have you. Yeah, champion.
HDM won.
I'm trying to take that strap, man. I'm trying to become number 1. Yeah, champion same way.
It was a draw. We're going to see a rematch next week.
Yeah, we'll get that.
Thanks for coming out. Base, big up, bro. You did your thing. Pay-per-view as always. HDM, still lineal. Let's look at base. Base HDM 2. Base HDM 2 next week.
Say none. He's my brother anyway, so it's all love. But yeah, we go again. We do it again next week.
Yeah. Say nothing.
Travis, we got to talk about this. What's happening, bro?
Bro, I looked at the article. And it's really ruined my evening, if I'm honest with you. Because I'll be honest, I didn't want to address the fight. I didn't want to address the fight. I thought to myself, you know what? Fury is the only one that's come out and said something's happening here. So let me just wait until someone certified comes and speaks.
Like Matthew comes out and says it's on, poster, something like that.
Let Eddie post it. Let AJ, if AJ posts it, the fight is happening. Now?
What's Wilder playing?
But look at this though. I mean, it's the Mirror. The Mirror posted it, but they're quoting from the Daily Star. Now, for me, the Daily Star is not the source I go to for valuable news. I hear that. I don't necessarily think that winning the case can automatically shut off this thing. We're talking.
It delays it. This is the problem.
$150 million. Somebody can get paid for that thing to get moved. This is boxing. This ain't We're not football. We're not FA. Them man don't follow rules and regulations like that.
Wilder's got ideas in his head. You see him training with Malik or whatever. He thinks he's...
I don't need Wilder to listen. That little left hook to the body ain't saving no one's career. Yeah, you can work on these things now, but in the fight, you're gonna be who you was at 36, or however old. So I'm looking at this thing right now, and I don't think that this thing is shutting it down. I understand that Mike Coppinger tweeted it. Yeah, we know that gives it a bit of credence. But that doesn't mean the fight is off. We're talking about Eddie Hearn, yeah? Put credit on Eddie Hearn's name.
He's pushing it. He's still pushing it.
Oh, man. You know what? Let's take 2 more calls, and then we're going to wrap this thing up. Off the canvas. What's going on, bro?
Man, like off the canvas. Salam alaikum.
Salam alaikum. Salam. Bro, big up to the great defeaters. Come on. I heard everyone, first and foremost, guys, whoever was fasting during Ramadan, big you guys up. Eid came in strong, had a birthday, but I've been keeping my ears to the streets. Don't think I didn't hear you guys last week, Don't think I didn't hear off the canvas, it causes different energy. Off the canvas, talking. Bro, don't think I didn't hear this type of energy, you know.
Fam, I signed you, fam. Do you understand extra motions now?
There's a reason why Travis called the big man. Yeah, there's reasons for this. Yeah, I'm always up for a scrap. Yeah, listen. Yeah, the energy I'm coming this week, you know, it's different from the religious ifs last week. Yeah, completely different. Yeah, now I'm on merciless mode. Yeah, listen, hear what I'm saying. Yeah,
talk that thing.
Anyway, listen, for me, number one, and I'm just basing it on if I had to put them all on their best day. For me, who do I think will win it? If it's Royal Rumble, I'm putting my hat on Anthony Yard. No questions asked. I think Anthony Yard is beast from the east. Lion. Anthony Yard.
Trevor X promotion fight.
Let's go. Lies in the camp. No one tried.
Anthony Yard that just lost to Lyndon Arthur, who got jabbed out of the fight.
Can you tell me, Jeremy, was he 100% operating at maximum levels when he was fighting during that fight? Could you say that was that he was putting in his all and Lyndon Arthur was putting in his all and Lyndon Arthur just edged it? You can't. And can you clearly say 100% that was a Lyndon Arthur win? Under that, I scored it a draw. A Bagaman, some people called it an Anthony Yard win. Some people called it a Lyndon Arthur win. I wasn't going to be mad either way because it was very close. Yeah, I said this to KG and during that time, and on that same day, we were all looking for Travis. Yeah, so I've got good memory about this situation. Yeah, remember? Yeah, hear what I'm saying? But Anthony Yard, yeah, and
why does Anthony Yard beat Buatsi? Why does he beat Craig Richards? And why does he beat Lyndon Arthur in the rematch?
I think his biggest challenger is Buatsi. His biggest challenger is Buatsi. And if somebody says Buatsi is better than Anthony Yard,
more information. Coppinger tweeted the AJ Fury August 14 can still take place. So does that mean step aside? Who knows? I just know AJ Fury is next. Woo! Okay.
Bro, this Alabama top blocker, fam. Hear what I'm saying, yeah? This guy is just EOP, fam. Enemy of progress, fam. This guy is trying to shut down this whole thing, yeah? Deontay Wilder, yeah? Because, listen, Deontay Wilder should fight Andy Ruiz, yeah? He should fight Andy Ruiz or Dillian's open for a fight. Dillian's ready to fight. Why don't you fight him? Yeah, Dillian's ready to go America. He's coming to your hometown, ready. Yeah. So, and this guy is waiting to go back into that mandatory spot or into that higher level ranking. He was going to fight Trevor Bryan. If Deontay Wilder fight pops up, I guarantee you he'll take it. But I don't know, like Wilder, man. He's just like trying to piss on everyone's parade, man. This guy. Anyway, but for me, the fight's going to happen. I heard it a good authority that is going to get announced on Wednesday.
Okay,
so
that means Thursday or Friday, just to
basically
push it out of it because of this news. I don't think this is going to distract anything. So, but yeah, I think going on to like for me, White Anthony Yard, over a lot of these other opponents, I think against Lyndon Arthur, he was trigger shy. I think if he wanted to step up that level that he did in the 11th or 12th round, round one, he would smoke him. No questions asked.
He has to do it, right? He has to do
it. Yeah,
100%.
But it's there to be done. It's there to be done because you got to remember, if man he stepped it up in 11th and 12th and they knocked man out. In 11th and 12th, everybody says Yard stamina is shaky, right? So by then that wasn't even the full Yard. So if Yard really came out first 4 rounds and said, "Yo, I'm coming for your head," the fight is over and then we're moving forward.
Exactly.
Okay, I can take that. Why does he beat Craig Richards or Joshua Buatsi? Because now Joshua Buatsi has Virgil Hunter in his corner, and when we talk about tacticians, Virgil Hunter against Tunde.
We're still waiting to see the results of the Virgil Hunter link up though, because Buatsi still look like normal Buatsi to me. That's
exactly.
Just me.
I've not seen anything different. But the thing is, the reason why he will beat Craig Richards. Okay, I'm going to say Craig Richards first. Is because with Craig, he's got a good jab. He's got good at keeping a fighter on the outside. However, with close distance in terms of body shots and fighting within range, I think Anthony Yard he's a bit open to that. Bivol caught him with a good couple of uppercuts or a good hook to the body. I think with Anthony Yarde in that position, I think Anthony Yarde caused him serious damage. I think stylistically, I think Anthony Yarde would be a nightmare for. I think Anthony Yarde could beat Craig Richards more comfortably than a Buatsi against Craig Richards, because Buatsi is a lot more rangy. They both like to fight somewhat towards the outside, etc. So and they're both good at defensively. So that's why I think those are.
I'm not sure when Buatsi's knocking man out, he's doing it from the inside.
Yes,
yes,
and no. He mixes it up a lot. He mixes it up a lot. That's why I can't say this guy's a definitive inside fighter, outside fighter.
Just because we're wrapping up, I want to keep it kind of moving. Just want to get your predictions for AJ and Fury once that fight is, because I think the fight's going ahead. So let's put positive energy. Give us the predictions, bro.
Listen, AJ, I'm bad with predictions, but like I've got the clock in my back, and Travis said this a lot. A broken clock is always right twice a day. Okay, hear what I'm saying? Yeah.
Now's the time to be right.
This is the time to be right. Yeah. Listen. Yeah. AJ will batter Fury. Yeah, and it's going to be a point where I don't think Fury's going to get knocked out completely where he can't get up. I think he's going to get battered so much. Yeah, that the corner team's going to do this. The corner team's going to do this. That's what they're going to do. They're going to throw in that towel and they're going to say, listen, we don't want more of this energy. Yeah. Listen, I will say this here to Adi. Yeah. Listen.
Actually, you know what? A lot of people in here are just saying, let's be smart. Off the canvas, I need you to pick Fury still.
I really need you to do that. I'm not going to lie.
All right, cool. All right, say no more. Yeah.
Let's just cover bases. Let's just cover the bases.
100%. Fury's going to jump on the outside, box him up for 12 rounds, and then get a narrow points decision against Andrew Joshua.
Perfect. Sounds good to me. I'm happy to let that one roll.
But big up Jeremy. Big up Travis. Listen, respect, smoke services continue. Let's go.
That's love, bro. Lineal Ray's been waiting. Lineal Ray.
Is the math?
I don't. Is the mathing, bro?
Listen, no. There's a lot of disrespect that's been put on my name.
Hold on. I've got to ask. Is it still Lineal Ray?
It's still Lineal. Let me explain why. Yeah. Because I don't like how these narratives are being spun.
Oh, you're muffled. You're a bit muffled.
Whoa. It's not muffled. I'm still here. Listen, don't worry. Listen. You know what Jeremy's doing? Remember when Andy Joshua lost to Ruiz, yeah? And then there people started turning their back on Anthony Joshua. You saw it.
Of course.
Then what happened? 2 time? Put some respect on my name.
Right. So hold on. Are you calling out HDM?
Wait, this is what I'm gonna say.
Go on.
I've got no like debate to have with HDM. What happened before, was obviously Don King, aka KG, take the I and the N out of Don King. What'd you get? Don KG. They woke.
Don KG.
So they woke.
So
I see.
Wow.
They woke. So what he done, was he put me in a fight with Ash. Hell of a fighter. Listen. Ash is a hell of a fighter.
Hell of a competitor.
He's a hell of a... Listen, and my respect for Ash is to the top. I think one of the best fighters on Monday Night Smoke, But he said, Ray, cool, go in there, fight Ash back in yard. I've never, ever come on this pod back in yard. So then when he done that, I was just like, bruh, are you going to rush me at the press conference and try to say, this is your opponent?
No, man.
So my thing is,
conference.
So my thing is, how can I lose a title for something I didn't back? That's rigging the match. Am I lying? That's rigging.
Look, we can take this forward to the British Board of Boxing Undefeated Control, but we're gonna have to review this, bro. I don't know.
No. Furthermore, I'll say this as well, because last week was my birthday week, so we give thanks.
Hey, happy birthday, bro! Happy birthday,
Thank you, love for that.
Okay.
So then, I was like, I came in late on the pod, and then I heard Bass talking about me as well. So I was like, hold up, Bass, let's get one thing straight. I'm the hater of Chisora. Because let's remember, he even said, he's lost to me twice. Correct? Is that correct or no? He is called Capricorn Bass because of me. Correct or no?
Yeah, correct.
The same way Chisora's name got bigger after the loss to Hay. Yes or no?
Right.
Exactly. You call me Lineal because I beat the bums and I put the bums in seats. Point blank. Period.
Listen, all right. You know what? I'm gonna bring Base back in, yeah, because Base is here right now. But we're not gonna fight. I just want to let you know that this Base. All right, Base, you're here. Base, I just need to talk to you now. I want to keep the same energy. Ray is here. I want to let you know that I need you to prepare this week. I need you to have a good, solid training camp this week and get ready because you got to take on Ray and HDM next week because this man's talking spicy and I feel like this is a grudge match worth having. What say you, bro?
I never lost my title. They try to rush me at a press conference. That's what happened. But always remember, Marlo said in the wire, my name is my name. Lineal.
Base, what are you telling me? Are you ready for next week? Are you on it?
Next week it's on.
Wait. But the thing is, here's the thing, because I'm not doing this Russian thing like last time with Don KG.
What's the topic?
Yeah, because I'm not this. Yeah, because don't try to stick a topic on me. I would rather when the topic comes up, like I've always done, when the time has come to fight,
and you man scrap on the spot, no preparation.
That's my only thing. Because I don't do all this preparing stuff. Nah, when I got something that I'm gonna defend my title on, I'll do that. The same way. That's why I respect Ash. Because Ash,
say nothing. Whenever you want to do it, we do it. Like I don't care.
Brilliant.
Whenever you find what you want to talk about, we'll do it.
I like that, like gentlemen. I like that.
He ain't playing. Ray, big up, bro. Thank you for calling in, fam.
Quick one. Why do you think that Josh Taylor's not bigger in the UK? Because he's got a big fight coming this weekend, action-packed, and it's on what, a streaming service in the UK, which I think is mad disrespectful.
What is it on now? Fight TV or something?
Yeah. And I was wondering, do you think if he was with Eddie Hearn, he'll be a way bigger star? Because for me, for a record that he has, for winning the Muhammad Ali trophy, which is basically was it the Super 6 where they done with the
that's right, yeah, that massive.
So he's basically done the equivalent of that. And I'm looking at it like, this guy should be a star here.
It's true.
And he's got a good personality as well. Not like he's a dry personality. So I'm wondering, I'm looking at it thinking, why is Josh Taylor's fight not being? Because we've spoken about Billy Jones, Canelo. Sorry?
Frank Warren,
fam. Frank Warren's got he's promoting with PowerPoint computers and Windows 95 and that. Like it's hard to get that to connect with this community of, you know what I mean? So
that's crazy. Because it's a shame because it's a big fight and it should be an action-packed fight. And what's crazier is going back to, this is the kind of like going full circle. How is Ben Davison his coach?
Bruv. Ben Davison,
how has he got his name in so many big fights?
Ben Davison, somebody loves Ben Davison. That's all we can say. Because this guy lands on his feet, which way he goes. We don't know what his resume was before Tyson Fury, and now it's only elite men he's in the corners of. So,
he's with MTK though. He's with MTK, right?
That's what I'm saying. Somebody has a lot of love for Ben Davison.
Do you know what? I don't know what Wasserman Boxing's ceiling is, but they need to step up their game so that more fighters can sign to them. Because now that Sauerland's got a bag under the Wasserman name, I need to see if they take over on Sky Sports from Matchroom and then become bigger, because I think more competition is needed, because Frank Warren's not, I don't know what he's doing. Especially BT is a big platform and Frank is wasting that.
He's not utilizing that at all, bro.
And then so I'm looking at it like I need Wasserman to step up so that they can save some of these fighters, because it's criminal that Josh Taylor's fight's not getting spoken about enough.
No, that's real. That's real. Bro, gonna have to wrap it up here, man. Appreciate you calling in, man.
Lineal, point blank period.
Listen, next week,
my name is my name.
Next week you get to have your titles back. You get to fight for your titles, bro. Let's see what happens.
I got stripped. Nah, the game is a mess.
You got stripped, bro. Anyway, listen, guys.
That was always
big up, brother. Guys, this has been an amazing show. Thank you guys for rocking with us. Hey, big up to you, Jeremy, as well, fam. Stepping in like this.
Love,
you know what I mean? This is dope. This is dope. Had to bring one of the great defeaters, you know what I mean? So I appreciate it. Everyone that's rocked with us, we've nearly did 2 hours, bro. This is mad. This is mad.
Smoky episode.
For real. Guys, tweet, use the hashtag #MNS. That's gonna be the hashtag from now on. Clip up any parts of the show that you love. Don't forget, Spence was on the ropes, bro. Bruce Kai did a madness.
Yes.
I want to make it
Yes.
absolutely clear and official right now. I have signed Bruce Kai to Trevor X Promotions. That's the energy that we endorse, that we co-sign. This is the roster. Maestro, Bruce Kai, October Red. That's the stable. We're growing. We're taking over. We don't. Yeah, I mean, if you sick of MTKG dancing in your videos, taking up all the limelight, turning on you, making you fight when you ain't ready, come to Trevor X Promotions. No, for real, guys. Big up. Till next week.
Take care, man. Big up.